I'm here with Elena, and I just thought I would do a quick breastfeeding update. Most of you guys have probably caught on as far as how often she's nursing and what we're doing as far as that goes on our daily vlogs. But just in case you haven't, I thought I would make this quick update, just kind of saying what's been going on, how our progress is, what we plan to do, and all of that. Yeah, you agree? Okay, so let's get started. As of February 28th, she was nursing 4 times a day when she woke up in the morning, at her nap time around 2, at like 4 or 5 o'clock as an afternoon feeding, and at nighttime when she went to bed, and then sometimes if she woke up in the middle of the night. So as of February 28th, I dropped the 4 to 5 o'clock feeding, and she handled it really well. We dropped it for 2 weeks and we had no issues whatsoever. She maybe asked for it 1 or 2 times, but for the most part, she was perfectly fine dropping it. There was no issues. She didn't seem to mind, honestly, that much. And so it went really, really well. So we did that for 2 weeks, and then the following 2 weeks after that, we decided to drop the morning session. So the reason why that one was dropped is because I really wanted her to be able to still nurse while she was going to sleep, because that's something that's just what she does. So I figured that would be a harder transition for her. So we decided to drop the morning feeding, and that one went really well also. I didn't expect it to. My husband, though, was awesome at helping with this. So in the mornings when she would wake up, he would go get her and get her dressed and get her breakfast and everything like that. So by the time she saw me in the morning, she had already eaten and had a full stomach from all of her solids. So it really, really worked out really well for us, and we did that for about a week. And then after that first week, I was able to get her up, and she kind of just was in the routine that we came down in the morning and she ate breakfast, and that she wasn't nursing in the morning anymore. It worked pretty well. She didn't drop it as easily as that 4 to 5 feeding, which she was completely ready for. The morning one she was ready for, but she probably could have held on to it just a little bit longer if she wanted to, but we really didn't have any issues with that one either, and it went really, really well. So the next 2 weeks, which would have been around her birthday, March 28th, because that was a whole month later, I was going to be dropping the nap feeding, which was the 2 o'clock feeding. And so at this point, she was only nursing before her nap and when she went to bed at night, and if she woke up at any point during the middle of the night. So around her birthday, I decided that I was going to start dropping the 2 o'clock feeding, so that way she was not nursing at all during the day. However, our plans changed when Elena decided she was going to wean herself differently, and she held on to that 2 o'clock feeding and her feeding when she went to bed at night. But like 2 or 3 days after her first birthday, she just kind of started sleeping the 12 hours through the night, and when she did wake up at one point, she just put herself back to sleep. So I rolled with it because a middle of the night feeding was definitely not something that I wanted, but I figured it was going to be the hardest for her to drop, which it ended up not being. It was her choice. That's the one that she chose to drop. So we are no longer doing the nursing in the middle of the night. If she wakes up now, she just kind of like calls for me and I don't go in, and she'll just kind of whine a little bit and she puts herself back to sleep. If she's crying for more than 20 minutes, my husband will go in there, so that way I'm not in there and she's not associating me with going in to nurse. He'll go in there, like give her a little love, lay her back down, comfort her, and then walk back out of the room, and most of the time she'll fall asleep. So far that's been working for us, and I hope it continues and it's not just like a fluke. Now that I know she can do it, it's something that I would not give into anymore, and that session, yeah? I love you. She needs my attention, huh? So that session is officially dropped. As far as dropping her nap time session, her 2 o'clock one, it hasn't been quite 2 weeks yet since she's dropped the middle of the night one. Even though she dropped it herself, she did have quite a few issues with it in the morning, because now she was not nursing until the time that she went to bed, all the way until her nap time the following day. So in that morning when she woke up and she hadn't nursed through the night, she was very, very hungry because she hadn't had that milk all throughout the night, and so it caused for very cranky mornings for a while. She is now, after about a week and a half, getting much, much better with it, and she still asks for it in the morning sometimes, and she's not happy that she's not getting it. And I mean, we're still not completely 100% okay with it, but we are getting there, and it's much better than it was even a week ago. Because even a week ago, after she would eat breakfast, she was still asking for it, and now she isn't, and she just knows that she's getting it at nap time and at bedtime. So as far as the 2 o'clock feeding goes and dropping it, I planned on dropping it, but because she's still kind of having issues with dropping that middle of the night one, I don't feel like she's ready quite yet. And as much as I would love to not be nursing at all during the day and only be nursing when she goes to bed at night, right now I just don't think that's the best for her or the best for me. So I plan on holding on to that nursing session for her nap time, probably at least another 2 weeks, and then we'll kind of see where we are and whether or not she wants to drop that. So that's what our plan is for now. As far as the nighttime feeding goes, I probably won't drop that one until she's about 14 or 15 months. We'll see how it goes and all of that. So that is a quick little update on our nursing session. As far as like an over milk supply and feeling engorged, I haven't, because I've been weaning so slowly. It's kind of just dissipated, and I really haven't had any pain or anything as far as that goes. So the weaning from breastfeeding is going really well. So far we've had a few bumps here or there, but nothing so major that I've needed to stop the process altogether or anything like that. She is drinking a lot more milk now. I remember before was telling you that she wasn't a huge fan of it, but now she will drink it. She doesn't spit it out. And water, she still favors water, but she will drink enough milk now and eating enough solids where I don't feel like she's missing out from nursing. And now it's just more of a comfort thing for her. My goal is to have her completely weaned probably about like 15 months, like 14 or 15 months, but that's gonna all be based off of how I feel Alina is doing. Because when I first started weaning, I knew she was ready to start dropping some sessions, but right now I know she's not ready, and until I feel that again, I don't want to keep dropping. So because I want it to be an easy process for her as well as for me. So that is it, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will update you guys as soon as we have any more updates that need updating, huh? I'm gonna get this little girl out because she's finished with her breakfast and she's done in her chair, huh? Say, I'm done, Mom. I don't want to be in there anymore. So much for guys for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.